Hello everyone, welcome to iPlus Education. In this video tutorial, I am going to discuss the relation between gamma and beta function. Let us derive the relation between gamma function and beta function. We have beta of m comma n is equals to gamma of m into gamma of n upon gamma of m plus n. In order to derive this relation, we want three formulas. Let us discuss here. We have gamma of n is equals to integration 0 to infinite e power of minus x into x power of n is there, so write down n minus 1 dx. Now by the transformation of gamma function, we have gamma of n is equals to integration 0 to infinite e power of minus x into x power of n minus 1 dx. If I take the coefficient of x as some variable k, then here we have k power n. We have derived this relation in one of my earlier videos. So watch this video of derivation of gamma of n upon k power of n equal to integration 0 to infinite e power of minus kx into x power of n minus 1 dx. Now the third relation that we have is beta of m comma n is equals to integration 0 to infinite x by 1 plus x dx. Now take the power of 1 plus x as sum of these two values, m plus n. Here m minus 1. We require these three relations in order to derive the relation between this beta and gamma function. Now gamma of m. Here I have gamma of m, that's why I am taking gamma of m is equals to integration 0 to infinite e power of minus x into x power of m is there, so write down m minus 1. Here m is there, that's why I write down m minus 1 dx. Similarly, take this as equation 1, gamma of n. Here I have variable x here. Now take gamma of n as 0 to infinite e power of minus y into y power of n minus 1. Here n is there, that's why n minus 1 dy, equation 2. Here variable x is there, here variable y is there. Dummy variable x, dummy variable y. Now by using this concept, that is transformation of gamma function, we have gamma of m is equals to integration 0 to infinite e power of minus x into x power of m minus 1 dx. Here we have variable y, so take the coefficient of x as y here, then we have y power of m. Here we have m, that's why I take y power of m. Now cross multiply this y power of m to this side. Here I have gamma of m is equals to integration 0 to infinite y power of m into e power of minus yx into x power of m minus 1 dx. Now we have gamma of m. Look at here, we have gamma of m into gamma of n. We have to multiply gamma of n to gamma of m. So in order to get this gamma of n, here we have e power of minus y into y power of n minus 1. Here I have e power of minus y into y power of n minus 1. So multiply both sides of this equation by e power of y into y power of n minus 1. Multiply both sides e power of minus y into y power of n minus 1. So here I have e power of minus y into y power of n minus 1. Gamma of m is equals to integration 0 to infinite this term e power of minus y into y power of n minus 1. Now this term y power of m, e power of yx, x power of m minus 1 dx. Now here I have e power of minus y, e power of minus yx, y power of n minus 1, y power of m. For these two terms, bases are same. Now write down this term, e power of minus y into y power of n minus 1, gamma of m is equals to, we have integration 0 to infinite. Bases are same, then power should be added. So take one base minus y, here I have minus y, take minus y common, then we have 1 plus x into y power of n minus 1, y power of m. Bases are same, then power should be added. We have y power of m plus n minus 1. Now the last term is x power of m minus 1 dx. Here I have e power of minus y, y power of n minus 1. Now we have integration here, that's why integrate this. Integrating both sides with respect to y. Now we have integration y equal to 0 to infinite e power of minus y into y power of n minus 1 gamma of m dy is equals to, we have integration y equal to 0 to infinite, integration 0 to infinite e power of minus 1 plus x into y power of m plus n minus 1 into x power of m minus 1 dx dy. Now this gamma of m is independent of this integration, so take out of the integration, we have gamma of m into integration y equal to 0 to infinite e power of minus y into y power of n minus 1 dy is equals to, we have, take this term integration x equal to 0. Here the limits for this integration is for x, so x equal to 0 to infinite. Take this term x power of m minus 1. Now we have this integration y equal to 0 to infinite. Next we have this term e power of minus 1 plus x into y power of m plus n minus 1 dy. At last we have this dx. Now this complete term, now this complete integral is in the form of this term, integration 0 to infinite e power of minus kx into x power of n minus 1 dx. In place of k we have 1 plus x, in place of n we have m plus n. Now here I have gamma of m into this value. Here I have 0 to infinite e power of minus y into y power of n minus dy, value is gamma of n. So this term is gamma of n is equals to, we have integration x equal to 0 to infinite x power of m minus 1 into, now if n is there we will take gamma of n here. Here I have m plus n, so it will become gamma of m plus n upon, we get here we have k power of n, so here it will become 1 plus x power of m plus n into dx. Now this gamma of m plus 1 is independent of this integral x, because this integral is defined for only x values. So gamma of m plus 1 is independent. So take it outside gamma of m plus n. Now we have integration x equal to 0 to infinite x power of m minus 1 dx divided by 1 plus x power of m plus n, that is equals to, we have gamma of m plus n into integration 0 to infinite x power of m minus 1 dx by 1 plus x whole power of m plus n. This value is beta of m comma n. So this complete term can be replaced by beta of m comma n. Here I have gamma of m into gamma of n. Now send this gamma of m plus n to the denominator. Then we have gamma of m into gamma of n divided by gamma of m plus n is equals to beta of m comma n. This is the procedure to derive the relation between gamma and beta function. This is one of the method of deriving the relation. We have one more method to derive the relation. Now let us see the proof of this relation beta of m comma n with gamma of m into gamma of n divided by gamma of m plus n. We have this method 2. In this method we will prove this relation with the help of beta function. Beta of m comma n is equals to, we have integration 0 to 1 x power of m minus 1 into 1 minus x power of n minus 1 dx. Now this can also be written as 0 to 1. Write down this term first, 1 minus x power of n minus 1 into x power of m minus 1 dx. Now this integration can be solved by using integration by parts. So using integration by parts, by taking this as u and this as v. So by using integration by parts, leave the first function. We have 1 minus x power of n minus 1. Integrate the second function, integration of x power of m minus 1 dx, 0 to 1. We have minus integration. Next we have derivative d by dx. Copy this complete term, 1 minus x whole power of n minus 1 integration x power of m minus 1 dx whole dx. Now this will become 1 minus x whole power of n minus 1. Integration of x power of m minus 1 is x power of m minus 1 plus 1 divided by m minus 1 plus 1, 0 to 1. Here I have minus integration d by dx of 1 minus x power of n minus 1 is n minus 1 into 1 minus x power of n minus 1 minus 1. Now we have to take internal derivative of this 1 minus x. Derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of x is minus 1. So I have to take minus 1 here. Next integration of this term will be x power of m minus 1 plus 1 divided by m minus 1 plus 1 dx. Now if I substitute this value 1 here, 1 minus 1 we will get 0. This complete term will become 0. For upper limit we have this 0. Now substitute lower limit, substitute this x 0 here. So 0 power something is 0, 0 into something is 0. For upper and lower limits this complete value is 0. So we have 0 for this term. Here I have minus, minus. So this will become plus. N minus 1 is common. That is, it is independent of integration. So taken out of the integration. Here we have m. So take m outside. We have integration 0 to 1. 0 to 1. So we have integration 0 to 1, 1 minus x whole power of n minus 2 into x power of, these two will get cancelled, we have x power of m dx. Hence we have this beta value beta of m comma n is equals to n minus 1 by m integration 0 to 1 1 minus x whole power of n minus 2 into x power of m dx. We started with this beta of m comma n 0 to 1 x power of m minus 1 into 1 minus x power of n minus 1 dx. We got this by integration by parts. Now here I have m, we have same value m. Here I have n minus 2, here I have n minus 1, that is a value. This value is more than this value by 1. So this value increases by 1. Now again apply integration by parts. Again using integration by parts, taking this as u function and this is v function. So we have n minus 1 by m as it is, leaving the first function, integrating the second function. Zero to 1 minus we have integration x equal to 0 to 1 d by dx of this complete term 1 minus x power of n minus 2 integration x power of m dx whole dx. Now we have n minus 1 divided by n, this term as it is 1 minus x power of n minus 2, integration of x power of m is x power of m plus 1 by m plus 1, 0 to 1. We have minus integration 0 to 1 d by dx of 1 minus x power of n minus 2 is n minus 2 into 1 minus x whole power of n minus 2 minus 1. Internal derivative of 1 minus x is minus 1. Integration of this term, integration of x power of m is x power of m plus 1 divided by m plus 1 dx. Now if I substitute this upper limit 1 here, we have 1 minus 1, complete term will become 0. If I substitute lower limit 0 here, 0 into something is 0, so upper and lower limit, this value is 0. So we have n minus 1 divided by m into minus 1 into minus 1, we have plus n minus 2 divided by, here I have m plus 1. So taken out of the integration because of this is independent of integration. Now we have integration 0 to 1, 1 minus x power of n minus 3 into x power of m plus 1 dx. Now let me write down here beta of m comma n is equals to n minus 1 into n minus 2, n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by m into m plus 1. We have integration 0 to 1, 1 minus x power of n minus 3 into x power of m plus 1 dx. Now when you look at here, just like this, here the power of x power of m is there, n minus 2, one value will be more, n minus 1. Here also we have x power of m plus 1. Here I have n minus 3, then we will have one value more by n minus 3, that is n minus 2. difference of 1 will be there. So this process of integration will continue. Again, if I take this value as u, v, then we will get n minus 3 into m plus 2. It means that this value of n is decreasing and this value of m is increasing. This process of integration will continue till all powers of 1 minus x will vanish and this x power of m plus n will increase up to the power when the value of x power of m plus 1 will become the highest power of this expression. So here I have m minus 1, n minus 1. So adding these two powers, m minus 1 plus n minus 1, we have m plus n minus 2. So this integration will continue till the power of x will become m plus n minus 2. Now the process of this integration will continue. This process of integration will continue till power of this term 1 minus x will become 0 and power of this term x will become the highest power of this function. The highest power of this function can be obtained by adding these two, m minus 1 plus n minus 1. If I add the power of these two terms, we will get the power of the highest term. So we have m plus n minus 2. So this process of integration will continue till the power of this x will become m plus n minus 2. Hence we can write down this beta. Let me write down here beta of m comma n is equals to, we have n minus 1, n minus 2 divided by m into m plus 1. We have integration 0 to 1. This term will vanish and only we have x power of m plus n minus 2 dx, and all these power will decreases like this. Next will be n minus 3. This term will reduce, n minus 3 like that. Last 3, 2, 1, and this will increase. This term will increase till m plus n minus 2. Here we have m plus n minus 2, then we have m plus n minus 2. Same like that. Here if I have m, then we will have m plus 1, m plus 1. So we have m plus n minus 2, m plus n minus 2. Now this can be written as n minus 1, n minus 2, and so on up to 3, 2, 1 divided by m into m plus 1 up to so on m plus n minus 2. Integration of this x will become x power of m plus n minus 2 plus 1 divided by m plus n minus 2 plus 1, limit 0 to 1. Now let me write down here beta of m comma n is equals to, we have n minus 1, n minus 2, and so on 3, 2, 1 divided by m into m plus 1 into m plus n minus 2. Here substitute x value 1. 1 power of anything is 1 only. So we have m plus n 1 divided by m plus n minus 2 plus 1, we have minus 1. Now this can be written as n minus 1 into n minus 2 into 3, 2, 1, divided by we have m into m plus 1 in up to so on m plus n minus 2 into m plus n minus 1. Now we will multiply here. Here we have n minus 1, n minus 2 up to so on 3 to 1. So in place of n, write down m minus 1, m minus 2 and so on 3 to 1. Now multiply and divide by this term, that is m minus 1, m minus 2, 3 to 1. Here what we are doing, we are multiplying and dividing by this term. Now 1 into 2 into 3 into n minus 2, n minus 1 can be written as n minus 1 factorial. Similarly 1 into 2 into 3 into up to m minus 1 can be written as m minus 1 factorial. Since we know that 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 can be written as last value is 4, so we can write down 4 factorial. Similarly this product will continue till this will become n minus 1 factorial. Similarly we have m minus 1 factorial. Similarly we have 1, 2, 3 up to so on m minus 2, m minus 1. Here if we add 1 to this number we will get this term. If I add 1 to this number we will get this term. Similarly we have m minus 1. The next term of m minus 1 will be m. After this we will get this term m plus 1 and so on m plus n minus 2, and the last term will be m plus n minus 1. So let me write down one more step. We can write down like this: 1 into 2 into 3 into up to so on m minus 2 into m minus 1. Next we have m into m plus 1 and so on up to m plus n minus 2 into m plus n minus 1. So we have n minus 1 factorial, m minus 1 factorial divided by last value is m plus n minus 1, m plus n minus 1 factorial. Finally we got beta of m comma n as n minus 1 factorial, m minus 1 factorial divided by m plus n minus 1 factorial. We know that gamma of n can be written as n minus 1 factorial. So gamma of n is n minus 1 factorial. Here I have n minus 1 factorial. So this can be written as gamma of n. M minus 1 factorial is gamma of m divided by, here I have gamma of m plus n. So this is the procedure to derive the relation between gamma and beta function with the help of beta function. We have adopted one more method. In that method we have used gamma function to evaluate the relation. Here we have used beta function to evaluate the relation.